The first thing you should do with your ocean in a box is fill it with water. Be sure when you fill it that the water level is between the minimum and maximum levels. Otherwise, the waves will not generate properly or they will overflow out of the tank. Be sure to check that the rope that adds extra support for the slots is tight. After the tank is full of water, be sure to inspect the track, the wave wedge, and the crank arm to be sure everything is moving freely and all the bolts are finger tight. It is now time to connect the electric motor to the power supply. Reach into the alcove beneath the motor mount and pull the wires out. Then take them to the power supply and attach them in the proper locations, red to red and black to black. Be sure all of the knobs for current and voltage are turned all the way to the left. Turn on the power supply and turn the coarse knob for the current 1/4 turn. Then slowly increase the coarse knob on the voltage side until you achieve the desired voltage for the frequency that the wave wedge will create. Be sure not to exceed 24 volts as this will burn up the motor. Before placing the paint tray for the erosion experiment onto the ramp, remove the pin from the hole at the top. Remove any excess sand at the top of the paint tray in order to expose the hole. Then, place the pin in to secure the tray at the top of the ramp. Add the desired amount of sand to the paint tray. To attach the sand filter, first wrap it around the arch that is at the top of the tank. Then, take the 2 pins and secure the filter underneath the paint tray to the ramp. Then, using 2 paper clips, secure the other end of the filter to the top of the arch at the top of the tank. For the seawall experiment, dig a small trench in the sand and bury the wall. Then, fill the sand back around the wall and allow the waves to overflow it. For the runoff experiment, slowly pour a cup of water at the top of the paint tray. Observe as the sand runs off out of the paint tray and collects at the filter at the bottom. Attach the rope securely to the underside of the simulated oil rig, and then take the clasp and hook it to the hook that is attached to the ramp underneath the water. Allow the oil rig to then float on top of the water. When you are finished using the ocean in a box, slowly power down the power supply and then turn it off. Remove the cables and tuck them into the alcove underneath the motor mount. Afterwards, rotate the crank arm to bottom dead center when the wave wedge is at its lowest position. Now you can begin draining the tank. Place the siphon into the bottom of the tank just in front of the wave wedge and turn the power on. Be sure that the water is draining into a safe location. After all the water has been drained with the tank, you may now move it to its storage location. Be sure to use 2 people and lift from the bottom. Be as stable as possible when carrying because it is heavy.